Hello everybody, welcome back to another SNL video. This is on the E36. A lot has happened and very disappointing news really. So if you look down here, you can see the seals that are in that box. I've got an MOT at the time of recording next Tuesday. So I said, I wasn't in a rush, but then I thought I really want to be driving this car. Now that it's sunny, I want to be driving the car. Look, got no wing on it or anything. I can show you the wing here. There's the wing, bottom bit snapped off, so I've got basically like a unpainted wing for it, which is away now. I paid for somebody to weld mobile this vehicle, and unfortunately things did not go to plan. So there was a small patch here that I've asked to weld, but what I didn't realise is they were going to be putting a shitload of underseal on, so that's supposed to be holding the bracket, and I think he's welded that bit there, but then I don't know where all these lumps are from. Maybe the underseal, I'm not sure. Like, let me try to have a look underneath, but basically it's solid there. But I paid this guy some money and he come out very quickly. I paid him some money, he did it while I was at work, and I come back and this is what I found. So it's a bit unfortunate. It's going to have to all be redone, but I didn't realise he was going to coat it in underseal either, so it is kind of concerning because I don't know what work he hasn't done. Like this here, loads of underseal. I don't know what all these little lumps and bumps are, but like loads of underseal. There's a little bit of a hole there, but that's just in the side of the sill, so that'll be fine for test. But if we try and go underneath, you can see, look, you can see the drips of the underseal. I mean, it does sound, I don't know if you can hear any of that, but it sounds solid, so it should be fine. But that's that. Well, you can see there, you know what I mean? I don't know what that is, but so yeah, that's that. What else is going on? I've got a carpet over here drying, so let's have a look at this. I started some dye, so that was grey, like here, it was like this colour grey. So I went and bought some dye. It's in this bottle. I've been forgetting to film basically, because there's been little odds and sods, but I know that that's what I should be filming. So but I'm gonna do another coat on this thing so you can watch me do that. So I've just done, oh my god, I don't know, is that all over the camera? No, it's just over the one side. I've just got dye all over my camera. So I've just done another coat of this. Obviously I've not done this middle bit because all that's completely covered. I'm not too bothered about here and here because I'm going to get at mats for it. It's just more like the edges that you sort of see, and like this inner edge here. I'm not going to touch it because I've literally just done another coat on it, but it doesn't look too bad. It's definitely more black than it is grey, but we've got something in the back of the van that I want to show everyone. So I'm just at the back of the van. I can't really open the door, right? But seats, they are just blue, like dark bluey black E36 seats. Why have I got these? Why have I got rid of the level ones? Obviously them level ones were no good, and I got rid of the rear bench because I don't like the grey. So that's that. The rear bench is just there so it fills the gap. The front seats, right, that won't be staying forever. So basically the front seats are until I find a nicer seat to replace it, i.e. some like nice reclinable bucket seats. I don't want fixed bucket seats, I just want a nice set of reclinable ones. And then yeah, so in this video what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this wing back on, but it's going to be a black unpainted one, unfortunately, until I can get to paint it, which I'm going to have to re-drill holes out of that bracket and find some new hardware for it. These sills, like I said, they're now solid. Unfortunately not the way that I want them to be, but it will do for now. And yeah, I mean, it's better than the hole that was there. So that is that. And just in case you forgot, these are what the seats look like that are in here at the moment. Bearing in mind, I cleaned these within an inch of their life, and I don't know what's wrong there. And they are originally that horrible grey that it was. So hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have new seats in. That carpet will dry because it's actually really sunny at the moment, and we can get that carpet in there. So hopefully that carpet will dry. We can get the carpet in there, get the new seats in, put the rear bench in, and yeah, we'll go from there. I need to stick the front number plate back on because it's falling off. I need to hair dry a bit of the foam on the carpet. Reason being is because reason being is because one part of it won't dry where it's like pre-soaked. So let me cut to when I'm putting the wing on. Right, if you have an E36 or have changed the wing on an E36, you know that it's a fucking ball ache, right? So let me show you. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these are the ball ache. Why have they put these underneath the bonnet hinge? So like, you've got to take it off, and the bonnet's probably going to be misaligned now. But here's the wing that's going on. Obviously we haven't got it painted yet. We just need to put that like down in there, and then like that bolts up to it. It looks like we're gonna have a bit of a gap. Let's check the other side. Oh, the other side's got a bit of a gap too, so that's like relatively normal. I'll get this painted, like when I get the bumper painted and stuff. Like, yeah, it doesn't look great, but you know, it's actually got this bottom bit, so like that goes underneath this bracket. Gonna have to try and find where the holes are and like cut them out and stuff. But and then like 2 bolts go behind the door. I don't know if you can see that very well, but 2 bolts go behind the door. We've got to whack the indicator in, and then the arch liner back in. But when I took this off, all of these bolts in here that hold like this trim on, and then the wing to the like body of the car, they all snapped. So I've got to find some like random ass hardware for it all. But yeah, that is the new wing, and I'm gonna get that done. You can see the wheel arch. We're happy days. That's not the anti-roll bar link. I had to go out. I had to take this off because I found a bolt for here, and then I was tightening it up and I snapped this bolt. So literally today I've gone out and I found like another bolt. But that's where we're at the moment. That's the progress, and then hopefully soon the carpet. Let me show you. I did another coat, and I found another piece of carpet for like the back. That's the back. It's got like a couple of burn marks in it there, but you know, it's fine. But this seems to be drying pretty well. Do you know what I mean? Like you can see our gloves are dry. I mean, black gloves with black dye probably ain't the way to test it, but like what I was saying, like here, like this, I don't care about because I'm going to be getting car mats, so this bit's going to be covered. It's a bit of a shame that there's like a hole here, but ultimately you won't see that. And to get a brand new black carpet, I had a look. There's one on eBay and it was 180 quid, and I thought that is crazy. So I thought, do you know what, try dye it. If I can dye it for 20 quid and it looks half decent, then let's go. And if it doesn't, then I'll just fork out the money to get the actual carpet. So there we are. I'm going to fit this wing and then I'll be back with you. And now we have done the wing, sort of. So here's the wing. I've had to glue this on because somebody's broke it, so I need another one of these. What we're at now is just this bottom bit, like where this welder's messed up this bracket. I've got no holes, so I'm just gonna have to self-tapper it or drill it and, you know, add some hardware. Either way, we're basically there. Then the wheel arch can go back in. The lines, like bonnet lines here, like are not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. I don't know where the wing's from. It come with the car, so that's the trouble. Up here, this gap right here, let me move closer, is, I wouldn't say significantly less the other side, but it is a bit less the other side. But it is an aftermarket wing, so there's only so much you can really expect from it, I guess. And then we'll be getting these bad boys. They're coming out. I've started painting some of the interior black. If I just take you through this way, I will show you what I mean. So this where the handbrake goes, now black. And then like where it connects to, I'm going to flip the camera, where it connects to here is now black. It's not great, it's literally just like, I've just dusted some paint over it. That is horrible, disgusting, don't need that. I've bought some straps to tie down this battery to this leg, so that I'll get 2 straps over the top of that to tie that down, ready for the test. And then I just need to put these side skirts on. Let me show you. There's the side skirts. Just need to put those on. So there we go. That was all the cardboard and shit like that welder left. But we move the side skirts. Unfortunately, they are just gonna have to be glued on for a minute, because the problem is along this wing, along this sill, especially where knobbies come in, the holes for these little white clips, let me show you, these little white clips here, the holes for these, there's supposed to be one there, but he's welded a plate and he's not, you know, I think there's supposed to be one there. There's none here, there's none here, there's one there. Brilliant, brilliant. Pretty sure there's supposed to be one on this plate here, and then there's none there. And then there's like a random ass hole here, so that's confusing. This has really annoyed me. I don't even know what he's done here, but like I said, the annoying thing is it's solid, but it's butchered at the same time, so it's quite sad. It's a sad day for the 36, but ultimately that's what's going on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to crack onto it. I need to go down to Screwfix to pick up some hardware. So I'm going to go to Screwfix, pick up some hardware, come back. That carpet, I'm pretty sure is dry now, so that can come back in. Then we can work on putting the interior in. So let me catch up to you once we're putting the interior back in. Right everyone, you join me a long time later. A long time of me starting something and doing something else and going back to this and going back to that, but here we are so far in the interior. Carpet is in. It is very dirty, so I had to flip it to dry the foam out because it was still a little bit foamy. You see I've got some footprints in here already, but here's the new rear bench. Door cards look disgusting. I forgot about the headrest. I actually have no idea how you get them out, to be honest, but that is a later problem. Here's the rear bench, and basically all the rear bench is here for is basically just to look pretty. Nobody's ever going to sit back there, so basically just look nice. So I thought the blue, I was looking for black, but blue come up, and I got these with these seats for 50 quid, so I thought you cannot complain at that. I'm going to give this a hoover before I stick that seat back in. Door guards are going to come off, and I'm going to paint the grey bit here black, and then I might like try wrap this in like Alcantara or something, because that's what this roof line is supposed to be, Alcantara. But as you can see, it's failed, and I'm missing the bit that goes here, I think, or is that it there? I don't know, it looks like something's missing to me, so I'll sort that at another point. They've also done like a sad attempt on the rear panels. You see, like, you can't really see on the camera, but they're meant to be like Alcantara, but they're not, and that is concerning. Yeah, we'll shy away from that. So yeah, about to put all this back in, and then we'll be ready to go. Yeah, exciting times. We've actually had like a lot done today, a lot done today, so unfortunate about the welding. That will get sorted at some point. But for right now, this is where we're at, and this is what we deal with. And there is nothing that can't be sorted, but I just want to get driving this car. There's a couple of like shows and like cars and coffee and like stuff like that that's coming up. So like, I'd really like to get to some of those and film them and stuff. But that is the end of this video. I know it's a little bit of a filler video, but we'll take this car on a proper drive. So I'll get some mounts on, everything like that, so you can see what's going on. We also got to do like the audio, like there's just like 2 cheap upgrade speakers. They're not even upgrades, they're like off-brand speakers in the front footwells that haven't really adjusted the sound very well. It's like there's no bass, it's just sound, so they need to be sorted. Obviously I want to modify it a bit more. I want to sort that exhaust out because it's a bit loud and it sounds a bit disgusting, but we want to do lots and lots to this car. But if you have any suggestions, that you want to put in for this car, let me know in the comments. I was thinking about taking the dash out and like flocking it. Is that the word, flock? Or it's like a textured material. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know. If you want to see anything, let me know. Road trips in this car in the summer are going to be the absolute best, so I can't wait for that. And I'm going to film absolutely all of them. I'd like to go into Europe, I'd like to go to Scotland, I'd like to go to Ireland. So they're like just a few of the places I want to take this car. So stay tuned for that, and like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.